What is up, Dream Team? Another day of 100 push-ups.
Just got out of work, by the way.
They got it. The celebrities have it, not you.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be the main character of your life. You're not supposed to be the winner of your life. You're supposed to sit back and lose and watch other people win. You are 100% responsible for the condition you're in. Better your conditions. No matter who you are or where you are, there's something that I guarantee is affecting you. This idea is that you have a bunch of hypocrites in the world judging you and your value system. Okay, they're telling you whether you're right or you're wrong. A bunch of miseducated, ex-slave minds are telling you what's right and what's wrong. Okay, when you're about to make a decision based on, let's say, the person you want to date, or you want to make a career move, you don't do any of that. The first thing that comes up is all those opinions you have to fight against. See, you're going to do something, you have to go fight a bunch of opinions first to do your life. How am I going to talk to someone? How am I going to tell someone? What are people going to say about this? And people are so general, it becomes everybody in their head. One of the biggest traps we fall into as human beings is that, well, let's first define the word condition. Condition would be a set of circumstances that you find yourself in. Those are your conditions. Okay, so if you're in a condition where all your finances are going away, your girlfriend is breaking up with you, you're in your house, that's it to be in, right? You in the lotto, you're in a great position, but conditions are temporary. The problem is people think conditions are forever. There's nothing in the physical universe that's forever. Okay, we make decisions based on momentary conditions, not looking at the long run. We have to look at the bigger condition. So one of the biggest problems we fall into is when we meet people, whether it's business or relationships or anything, we fail to recognize that that person is carrying with them a certain condition of life. That's a good one. Here we go. Let me stop right there. First of all, are you yourself outside of me? I'm over here. I'm a Rashdi Bazaar, right? Living in San Jose, California. I'm 44 years old, okay? Have you also been affected by moronic, idiotic, miseducated, wrong-educated people telling you what's right and wrong about life? Yes, that's the planet we live in. And we grew up with an educational system that had one thing and only one thing as its goal: to make you and I into good little boys and girls, which meant slaves. That's all that meant. Good little boy and good little girl means when they say it. It means sit down, even if you have to use the bathroom, I can tell you no, not right now, Johnny. I sometimes want to just have a child, just so I can send my child to school, just so I can tell my child to say to go to the bathroom, just to see if the teacher prevent him, just so I can handle it. Seriously. When a human being thinks he can tell another human being when it's right to use the bathroom and child, we have a problem here. Okay? No. Would you like my son to ask right now? Huh? I tell you what, little AZD, come here. You're gonna ask once. And if teacher says no, say okay. Your pants. I'll come pick you up. Done. You know, we've been educated to become just pathetic little yes boys. Okay, let's start with the men. Hey. Young dog. Listen. We have been educated to be little yes boys. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Of course, boss. Whatever you say, boss. And I hate it to go shop somewhere they call me boss. Then where'd you get that word from? Huh? Just respect for yourself, okay? You know, boss. Boss is a slavery term. Think about it. No master had a boss, but every slave had a boss, okay? Can I use the bathroom, boss? You get what I'm saying? Okay, we gotta change it. So guess what? Let me not just beat that over the head. Let me go somewhere else with this thing. The point is, we need to take some sort of control over our life. We don't never have. I don't have control. I just know where I find my decision point. Like I look to see where am I visible in this life. Like at what point can I say I made a choice here? I gotta start right there, knowing it's late, knowing I don't know here, but somewhere I am right there. I have to hold the reins and start. As you do that, you realize you're holding the wrong reins. You're under the delusion that you're controlling it. You're not. Watch this. Let it go. Watch what happens. Nothing happens. You're having an internal battle about your external life. Okay? There shall be no internal battles about a non-existing external battle. You know what a battle looks like? I know what a battle looks like. Internal battles shall only be engaged with external battles. Why? What? You mean why? Why would I internally go to war when there's no war outside? Why? Because I think I'm a bad person, because I think I did a bad thing. Well, guess what? I know the answer to that. The Buddha said it. By oneself, evil acts are done. By oneself, evil acts are undone. By oneself, good acts are done. So I must, where I find my decision point, I must conduct myself the best way I can. And that's like the Buddhist path. That's the Stoic path. That's the Christian path. That's the Muslim path. That's of any person who had any kind of intelligence on earth. Live a life that does not harm others. How's that? Okay? We don't need to tell us that. We just need to know that that makes sense. At some point, we take control of our lives. And I'm 44, and I've been looking at my internal process for a very, very, very long time. Like a really long time. When I became aware, the first moment that I knew something was wrong was around 12 or 13, I remember. And I remember the conversation that blew my mind. It was my parents talking about not having enough money. And I was downstairs watching TV, and I listened to them talk about that. And it was blowing my mind. At around 12, I think I was, I thought to myself, these two parents, my parents, are here talking about not having enough money. And all I've heard my whole life was appreciate your health, appreciate your family, appreciate your parents, appreciate your children. That's all I've heard, right? That's all I've heard. The same people say. They said it in social gatherings, they said it to each other, they said it when somebody died, they would remind each other, oh, well, that's why. And no matter what. And that's what they preached to their children, which I was one. And there I was downstairs, and they were having an argument about money. I have never had an argument about money ever with any of my girlfriends, ever, for as long as I've ever, which is forever. You know why? Because that's the moment I realized was to argue about money. There's nothing to argue about money. Let's go, get it. Anyways, I remember walking up to my room very disappointed. I had a little purple notepad or something that I had gotten for the purpose of writing a journal. I thought it would be so cool to write a Dear Diary for some reason at that age, right? I saw some kind of movie or something. I think it was the Wonder Years movie, the TV show. The kid would write to himself or something, or Doogie Howser MD or something. So anyways, I go and I grab the journal, and I'm not going to write Dear Journal because it sounds gay, even as a 12-year-old boy, Dear Journal, right? So I wrote Dear Sensei. Why? Because I'm a arts kid. So I was like, I'm talking to my teacher. And I wrote this little paragraph about how adults should appreciate the short amount of time they have together. How money is not the reason why people should be. I get this.
All right.
I remember.
That's 100 push-ups. Do it for you, I do it for me, I do it for we, the People Dream Team. Let's go.